Hi children, once again we are in history class. Today we are going to learn about the regionalism. Lesson number 3, page number 13. So in the previous class we learned about the communalism. The communalism means having excessive pride about one's religion. And regionalism means having excessive pride about one's region. Okay. So most of you are from Maharashtra. You are Maharashtrian. You are very proud of that. It's natural to feel love for one state, but it should not become abnormal. Means it is one thing to introduce oneself as Bengali or a Marathi person, but if I think that because I am a Bengali or Marathi, I am superior to others from other provinces. It can be termed as excessive regional pride. The love for one's province turned morbid due to this kind of excessive regional pride. It is natural to feel love for one's province, but it should not become abnormal. It's good that you are feeling that my state, my province, it is very good. Our culture, our language, our uh, food habits, and these all things are very good. But we have to accept the other states' culture also. Okay, we must respect other state and acknowledge their culture. Otherwise, it will go to regionalism. It is very dangerous. Okay, regionalism is against all kind of progress, especially the economical progress. So, regionalism thrives on regional imbalance in development. What will happen because of this regionalism? Regional imbalance in development. It will happen. In the development, there will be problem because of regionalism. Because the developed state, they are not ready to help the undeveloped state. The developed states are having all kind of facilities like education, health and culture, but the undeveloped states, mm, it is not possible for the backward state to develop like the developed states. So some developed states and undeveloped states are in India. In the post-independence period, some states achieved more progress while some states remained backward. For example, states like Maharashtra, Gujarat, Punjab, Tamil Nadu developed economically and industrially, whereas states like Orissa, Bihar, Assam remained undeveloped economically and industrially. Economic development and reforms are the foundation of progress. We all know that. So after the independence, these Maharashtra, Gujarat, Punjab and Tamil Nadu developed economically. Same time, the Orissa, Bihar, Assam remained undeveloped. So we know that economics is essential for any kind of advancement and any kind of development. So they have this economical background. So as a result, the state that developed economically can achieve progress in other areas like education, health and culture. The state which have not developed in this manner remain backward in education and civic amenities. So the developed state can achieve all kind of progress, and the undeveloped or underdeveloped states, they don't have money to uh, to the to develop their state. The opportunities of development available to people in developed state are not possible for people in backward state. They are harassed by problem of education, backwardness, unemployment, poverty, etc. See, in the developed state, they are having good systems, education system, health system and everything, and they have good schools, colleges, whatever. But the undeveloped states, they don't have this much facilities. They are harassed by the problem of education. They don't have good schools, college, educational institutions, and unemployment is there, poverty is there. They began to think that they are being cheated. Then these people, undeveloped states, uh, they are begin to think that they are being cheated. They are being kept away from the benefits of development. So they will start to think we are away from all kind of progress. We have been deceived. Okay, it will be make a negative impact on our unity. So they are being kept away from all benefits of development. Because of this, the understanding between states is broken. This in turn has a negative impact on our unity, national unity. The economic imbalance that has endangered this understanding need to be set right. Therefore, it is necessary for us to correct such thinkings. Our government make effort in that direction. So the thinking of developed state and undeveloped state, it is different. The duty of our government is that the government should make some effort to change these thinkings. Okay, the regionalism not only affect the undeveloped state, but it will affect developed state also. The people of developed state begin to believe that they are superior due to their superior history and culture. We are superior. We have this and that. Economically, we are very good. We are having industrial development and all because of our history and culture. And not only that, they are not ready to share their benefits and development to the undeveloped or backward state. On the other hand, the people from backward area need to arouse their regional identity to organize themselves. So they are also started to show something. They want to show the uniqueness of their place, their particular area. For this, they try to unnecessarily glorify local tradition and culture to prove their uniqueness. This leads to regionalism, means the developed state and the underdeveloped states begins to show their uniqueness, and it's due to regionalism. Okay, it is very dangerous for the country and it endangers national unity. So we have studied a few challenges the India is facing. So in this lesson we learned that India's internal challenge, especially the separatist movement, issues of Northeast India, and how this Mizoram, Nagaland, Assam and Arunachal Pradesh become a full-fledged state. Then the Naxalism we learned, communalism and regionalism we learned. Apart from these, there are several problems like overpopulation, cleanliness, agriculture, and the problem of the farmers, poverty, housing, and food. Many problems are there. We are trying to overcome these and move forward, and even we got progress in some areas. This lesson is over. In the next chapter, we shall learn about the progress in the economic field. Okay, thank you.